Good morning. Let me try and be formal. Thank you very much, Pastor Bexon, for this opportunity to be here again. It's a huge honor. And to the team for E&E Fair, thank you also very much. The topic I was given is future-proofing your career, turning career disappointments into direction. But Mr. Benny says that we shouldn't say we are building a career. So what should I do about the topic they've given me? Business. Future-proofing your personal enterprise, turning personal enterprise disappointments into direction. Okay, they've given me 25 minutes. I'm going to try and speak very fast and try and get the recording afterwards. Number one, there is no future in any career. Oh, why are you giggling? Number one, if you try to write everything I'm saying, you won't. So don't try to write everything, but you follow. Of course, you can write, but there is no future in any career. The future is in the person in that career. The future of your career is not in the career itself. It is in you, the person in that career. No career is future-proof by itself. Future-proofing your career. No career is future-proof by itself. You, the person on that career path, determines its future-proof status. Job security does not lie in the job. It lies in the person doing the job. So if you are in a career, on a career path in a company that is stable, secured, well paid, comfortable, you are well remunerated, so you are pampered, do not think that it is in and of itself future-proof. Something can happen. External factors. Number two. So the first point is there is no future in any career. The future is in the person in that career. Number two, a straight line career path may be real for a few people, but a myth for many people. A straight line career path may be real for a few people, but a myth for many. Many people believe that careers should progress in a straight line. After university, national service. After national service, I get a job in the kind of company I want to work in. Then as I work, I'm promoted, and that order, including getting married, and right after marriage, the 8th month after marriage, having a child, the 8th month, not the 9th month, the 8th month, you're having a child. So, everything is linear for you. It may be real for a few people. For most people, it is a myth. Real life is not linear. Your career path will not be linear. Your business path will not be a straight line. It will be a non-linear equation. So disappointments often occur. We are looking at how to turn career disappointments into direction. Disappointments often occur because reality doesn't match your expectation. Your expectation and what is real, it doesn't match. That is why I'm trying to let you know that a straight line, a career path that is linear, is a myth for most people. For some people, it is real. For some people, it may be real. But for most people, it is not real. Number three. Career disappointment, be it macro or micro, is inevitable. This one is my own creation, the macro and micro. Career disappointment, be it macro career disappointment or micro career disappointment, is inevitable. A disappointment-free career is an illusion. It doesn't exist. It's not real. A career that you have no disappointments is an illusion. No one is immune from situations that threaten career progress. No one is immune from it, irrespective of your spirituality. Whether you speak articulator tongues, Mercedes-Benz tongues, AI tongues, whatever. Irrespective of your capacity even. Irrespective of your experience, how many years you have worked. Irrespective of social capital, your outcomes, your impact today, irrespective of your age. You are not immune from career-threatening situations. However, you can immune yourself from those career-threatening situations, bringing your career to a permanent halt. So it can threaten you, but you can prevent it from bringing your career to a permanent halt. Now, I classify career disappointment into macro career disappointments and micro career disappointments. If you don't get to do national service in the company you wanted, it is micro career disappointment. It's not macro. It's small. You wanted to do your service in company A. National service gave you company B. Your government is out of power, so you have to settle for company B. It is not a macro career disappointment, a micro. If you don't get to work in one of the top 5 companies in your field, but what you get is one of the top 10 or top 15, and you're macro, and you're micro. It's not a big deal that the world is coming to an end. If you don't get the scores you expected for your last appraisal at work, it is micro. It's not macro. Thank God you have a job to be even appraised. So one appraiser, and you didn't get the scores you expected, don't make a big deal out of it. Don't make front page news out of it. If you miss your target for a month, a quarter, and even a year, I dare say it is micro. It's not macro. Macro career disappointments is when your appraisal score stays the same for years. Yes, the same appraisal score. That one is macro. When you stay at the same low or the same position for years, I'm talking about years. And no, a macro. Ufia by 4. If you stay at the same low grade or rank, especially those of you in public service, you know grade and ranks better. The same low grade and rank for years, it is macro. If your salary and income stays the same or decreases even for years. Look, if you are demoted, sacked, retrenched from your job, is it micro or is macro? That one is macro. Sacked, retrenched, demoted. Or if you've been unemployed for years, a macro career disappointment. If your department is the least performing in your company for years, it is macro. If your current expertise position does not match the number of years you've been working, a macro. If you are bypassed for a role you have sacrificed so much for years, a role you were being groomed for, that one can be macro. Despite the macro being more critical than the micro, if you fail to arrest micro career disappointments, they will grow to become macro career disappointments. On the other hand, if you want to be unhappy, elevate micro disappointments to the level of macro disappointment. For some of you, your career progress has been linear. above average. And so some of the macro disappointment I'm talking about, you cannot identify with it. However, there is a season in life you will come when it is not micro or macro disappointments. You have to make a decision, a key decision that will be a turning point for your life, especially when you get to your midlife areas. Okay, number four. Career disappointment is not a final judgment on your career. Career disappointment is not a final judgment on your career. Career disappointments are not like Supreme Court level judgments on your career. Even Supreme Court level judgments can be what? Can get a pardon. It can be appealed. Supreme Court, you can go on an appeal, right? So whatever career disappointment you're experiencing is not a verdict, a final verdict. Whether it's micro, whether it's macro. It's also not a verdict of your entire life. Because your career is but your career is one department of your life. The fact that one department of my life, I am disappointed in it, does not mean that my entire life, I am a disappointment. You are bigger than your career. You are bigger than your job. You are bigger than your current role. So you don't define yourself only by your current role, job, title, position. It is just where you are today. It is not final. And like Mr. Benin said, don't define yourself just in terms of your career, but you are an enterprise, a working industry. Remember also that your career or business can be divided into seasons. There is one topic I've developed some fondness for. Seasons in your career. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. And your career can be divided into seasons. And I remember the last time I spoke here also, I talked about the second half of your life. Every department of your life has a first half and a second half. So whatever disappointment you may have experienced in your career, leave it in the first half. There is a second half to it, as long as you are still alive. This is a call for you to change your interpretation and therefore perspective of career disappointment. All that I'm saying is just for you to see career disappointment in a different light. Some are micro, some are macro. Even if it is macro, you can still do something about it because you are bigger than the disappointment. The disappointment is just a stage, a season. You can do something about it. Number five. So how do I turn the disappointment into direction? Number 5, reinvent yourself. Reinvent yourself. Generally, in every medium to lifetime pursuit, anything you are pursuing over a long haul, reinvention is necessary for you to stay relevant. If you are pursuing anything over a long period of time, you have to periodically reinvent yourself for you to stay relevant and fresh. More so when you experience macro career disappointments. So if you are faced with a current career disappointment, which is of the macro level, one of the things you need to consider is to reinvent yourself. Is to remake yourself, is to change, is to, how else can I explain it? Metamorphose into another version of yourself. Thank you. It is a new sermon I've been preaching, another version. That when Peter met Jesus, Jesus said, follow me and I'll make you a fisher of men. He was already a fisherman. And he says, I'll make you a fisher of men. A fisherman and a fisher of men are two different people. So in Peter, the fisherman, was Peter a fisher of men? One person, two versions. And he says, if you follow me, I will change you, transform you, I will reinvent you into a higher version of yourself. So Peter the fisherman couldn't walk on water. But when he followed Jesus and became Peter the fisher of men, he started walking on water. So there is a higher version of yourself where you have wings to do things you couldn't do before in the old version of yourself. So reinvention is about change, transform, metamorphose. 4 stages in the development of a butterfly: egg, larva, pupa, and then the butterfly. It is the same species, but different versions of itself. So reinvention is about transforming from egg stage to become, is it pupa or larva first? Then from that you move to the 3rd stage. And each stage and your capabilities. For the egg or for the caterpillar to be able to fly, it has to metamorphose to the final stage and the wings will come out. So whilst it is an egg, the wings are in the egg. But until the egg hatches and becomes larva and pupa, it will not discover the wings it has and be able to fly. So there are certain things you can do, but you can't do it in your current version or state. Some of you are iPhone 1, 2, 3, whilst there is an iPhone 16 version of you. So reinvent yourself. Career disappointments can be opportunities or a call to reinvent yourself professionally. Reinvention means different things for different people in different career situations. Reinvention can mean 1, redirection. Change your direction. Change the path. Change the course on which you are on. So change the course you are pursuing academically. It could mean change the industry you are working in. Change the profession you find yourself in. That could be reinvention for somebody. Reinvention could mean rescaling. And last year we looked at rescaling. It could mean learn new skills. Rescaling and upscaling. Reinvention could mean upscale, meaning the same skill, dig deeper. The same skill, add other skills that will take you to a higher level. Reinvention could mean repositioning. Repositioning, change your position. It could be change your position in the organization. Change your position change the industry you find yourself in. That could be repositioning. Change your role, your job title, the department you work in. That could be repositioning. Reinvention could also mean, the most popular one for most people is rebranding. Rebranding. So change how people see you professionally. Rebrand yourself. Reinvention could even mean relocation. Where relocation here is geographical location. Because some people start excelling when they relocate to another place, especially if it's a business and the business is location sensitive. Reinventing the business could mean relocation. So reinvention could be a combination of all of these things I'm talking about. Get the recording after here. Let me move on to number 6. So reinvent yourself and ask yourself, this disappointment I'm experiencing, what does it call for me to do? What does it want me to change? The next question, point number 6, is adopt a growth mindset. Vis-a-vis a fixed mindset. Adopt a growth mindset. A growth mindset. A fixed mindset sees disappointment as permanent. I have not gotten a job to do. This is how it's going to be. It's not going to change. I am stuck at this role for life. I am stuck at this grade for life. My business is stuck at this level for life. The disappointment is permanent. A growth mindset sees it as a temporary challenge. The growth mindset asks the question, what can I learn? Where can I grow? What can I learn? What new thing can I learn? Where can I grow? What should I do to make me unstuck? The growth mindset allows you to adapt in a fast-changing world where skills become obsolete quickly. Number 7, the importance of career agility. Agile. The importance of career agility. I know I'm pouring a lot, so you get the recording after here. I have to say it all the same. Career agility means being flexible. If you are going to reinvent yourself, If you are going to move yourself from being disappointed in your career, you must be flexible. You must be willing to change. You must be open to change. You must be open to learning new skills. It's not only Mr. Benny who started working with AI. Me too. As at last year, during the last year's session, there was a section on AI. You get it. And after that, Chancellor Charles was talking with me and urging me. I said, oh, this AI thing, this AI thing, this AI thing, this AI thing. Now I am an AI guru. He was telling me, you are an AI guru now. Charlie, the things this AI can do is crazy. One day it churned out something for me. I almost thought it was like the Holy Spirit. Now I said, this is like, the Holy Spirit is a spiritual search engine. But this one too is like a spiritual search. It's crazy. The things it can do, it's crazy. It's crazy. The speed. You let me go on. So you must be willing to learn new things. Else you move on. It took me a long time for me to jump on the AI wagon. It took me a long time. I wasn't open to that change because I had doubts that can it really do it the way I want it? The careers of the future will not reward rigidity, but adaptability. So don't be rigid. Be open, new roles, new skills, new knowledge, other areas you haven't explored. Be flexible. Go on kakra. Be open to working in a different role, a different company, a different industry, a different region, a different country. Reinvention could mean relocation for you. But if you are like me, I've stayed in Accra all my life. I stayed here all my life. I don't know any other place. How will I fare here? How will I fare there? You would never make a move. Last year, I remember I mentioned that when you are rescaling, sometimes some of the courses your profession is related to another department. For instance, in some companies, they combine HR and admin, HR and finance, sales and marketing, and all of that. So look for another area related to where you are already, and then upscale, rescale, learn something new, be open to learning new things there. Career agility means continuously scanning the environment where you work and asking yourself, where is the industry going? What new skills will be valuable in 5 years? Let me end that point with this statement. If your company and industry changes faster than you are changing, you will experience career disappointment of a macro level. If your company, where you are working, the industry you are working in, is changing faster than you are changing, or your ability to adapt to change, you will by all means experience career disappointment. Number 8, the way I put it, I feel I need to change it, but I don't know how to do it. Number 8, I said it's about transferable skills. If you are reinventing yourself, transferable skills. If you are not at a point where you have experienced macro career disappointment, build transferable skills. But if you are experiencing macro career disappointment and you need to reinvent yourself, identify and translate your transferable skills into other things. If you are out of a job, you want to change the profession, you want to change the field and all of that. You've already worked in another area for a long time. Some of the skills you had where you were working before, they are transferable even in a different industry or a different job role. So build transferable skills, like communication skills is transferable. Leadership skills is transferable. Problem solving skills is transferable. Digital literacy is transferable. So think the skills that I have, are they transferable skills? Can I replicate them or deploy them in another industry? If you are a teacher and you go to Chancellor Charles and you do project management attached to it, you can decide, or if there is an opportunity to work in something related to learning and development, or even HR, because you were a teacher, you were managing people, you were teaching, you were instructing, you've done some project management. Project management is broad. You can combine the two and then leave the education sector if you want to. I'm not saying leave the education sector. I'm just saying if you want to, then you can translate it over there. The more transferable your skills, the more future-proof your career becomes. The more transferable your skills, the more future-proof your career becomes or is. So are my skills transferable? Even when disappointment forces you out of one field, if you have transferable skills, it makes your career future-proof. Number 9, the power of networking during disappointment. Like Mr. Benin asked the question about, are you building new relationships? It's very, very important that you build relationships. When doors close, your network can open new doors for you. And you don't isolate yourself after a setback. You lean into your professional and personal networks. This point is very important. Build relationships before you need them. Don't wait till you need help. That is when you are scurrying and saying hello to people and all of that. If you have abandoned the relationship for years, then when you need help, you show up. It's not cool. It's not cool. So, number 10. I think I can end here. So, let me quickly run through. The first point I made was that there is no future in any career. The future is in you. It's in the person in that career. Number 2, a straight line career path may be real for a few, but a myth for many. Career disappointment, be it macro or micro, is inevitable. Career disappointment is not a final judgment on your career. Reinvent yourself. And the aspects of reinvention, I want to mention them again. Redirect, rescale, upscale, reposition, rebrand, relocate. Number 6, adopt a growth mindset vis-a-vis a fixed mindset. So don't see it as permanent. It's temporary. The importance of career agility. Be agile. Career agility. Be flexible. Be open to change, to new opportunities, to new skills. Build, identify, translate your transferable skills. And the power of networking. Career disappointments are painful, but they are also powerful if you harness the energies from it and redirect it. Every major career story has a chapter of disappointment. You will have a chapter of disappointment in there, but with the right mindset, it can be a chapter where everything turns around for your good. The goal is not to avoid disappointment, but to learn how to transform it into your next direction or your next move. Thank you very much.